Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Get that out of the way. Hey, we're going to do a fun little project today. It just kind of come to me the other day because I was thinking about my lady who is on my front cover. She is a butterfly collector. I got stuff flying everywhere. I just made her the other day, so if you wanted to see that video, you can check out how I made this. This is a butterfly net. Well, the person who specializes in the study and collection of butterflies and moths is a lepidopterist. And I'll have that in the title so you could be able to see how that's written. But because of that, wouldn't you have a couple of drawers? You do see people with framed butterflies on the wall with the little pins and stuff holding them down. Well, I thought, well, maybe she has like little drawers that she can pull out and have her butterflies in. So thus, you know, you see the pieces and parts I have here. Let me do the sneaky peek first, and then we'll get into it, and you'll see what I have planned. I don't think it's going to be a sort of a pocket, so I don't know if you've seen anything like this before, but we're going to get into it. Now, here's a very pretty cardinal, and I think that it was part of the, I don't know where I got this. I think it was a sticker. I'm not sure where I got him. But I did have these leaves and stuff from out of, like that Birds and Blooms. And then you can see the background paper has sort of a, I think I stamped it. Nope, what did I do? I think I tried to stamp it, and it came out really grungy, which I really liked. But the colors went really well with the leaves and the blooms and the birds here. So I thought that was really pretty. And then you go over to this side, and this is the other part of that napkin. It's a Carolina wren, and he's on a couple of little flowers here. I'm not even sure how he was supposed to be sitting. I think it's in this direction is the way he was supposed to be. So I thought he was really cute, and the colors go really well. So we're going to mark that right there, and we'll come back to it at another day. I have a lot of you that really like the sneaky peeks. They're really fun. I get to go back through and see stuff I've done before. It makes me want to do things again. Now, in the past, I'd made something that was, it was a flip up, and let me see if I've got it in my my journal over here. Okay, this is my ideas journal. I'm trying to get this little guy out of the way. There we go. Okay, now this is a specimen slide tag flip, and I made it a while back. I don't know, but I may make one of these for this journal as well. But it just has a pretty cover with a butterfly on it. This is all my directions. You flip it up, and I don't know if you can see that. It has a belly band with a big B on it that you can put something behind. And then you have these pieces here that are actually a slide. See, it's got on a piece of acetate, so it's like a glass slide. And this one, I just used this. I mean, I could have used butterflies. I could have used any kind of bugs. And it's got like the cutout is here, so it doesn't look like anything until you pull it out. So you can actually put a different color of, or just leave it clear. It just depends on how you want to do it. But I'm going to see if I can find that and link it at the end of the video. So you have something to look at and say if you really want to see me do that again. All right, so we have these two pieces of paper from an 8x8 Tim Holtz pad. Of course, this was the one with the license plates, I guess, or just all the states. Where's mine? Oh, there's Virginia. But I like this side, so we're going to use that. And I had this one as well, and I'm wondering about that to be the front of the drawers. I think that might be kind of interesting. And then this is all I have left of this page of butterflies. And I'm thinking to cut this one out. So I've got the 6 and I've got the 6 here. So both of them are the same size. So let's go ahead and get my cutter and we'll do that. Now this is very white, so we're going to take care of that. We're going to go ahead and get in here and cut these. I'm trying to find the center here. Maybe right there. Ooh, it wasn't quite the center because I'm going to cut that one butterfly's wing off. Oh well. Let's cut that right there. We can always cut it down. It doesn't have to be right on the money, but we're going to make sure both of them are the same size. Okay, so there's that. Those are some butterflies I can use elsewhere and for something else. We're going to actually straighten up the bottom of this one. Did I straighten it? There we go. And then I'm going to cut off the purple. We don't need that. And, oh, look, I've got a whole chunk out of it over here. I might not worry about that because it may be that drawer has a chunk out of it. Okay, I'm going all the way up to here. And then we're going to make sure everybody is about the same size. Now, I may want to put it back in here like this. And then I'm going to line up with one of these lines. If you use one of these and you're trying to figure out how, I use the lines a lot of times because I think there's something crooked down here. It almost seems like there is. All right, so I have these little butterflies left to be able to use throughout the book. So set them back there, and then let's see what we've got here. Are these about the same size? No. So we're going to make a little mark here where we need to take it down to right there. There. Now let's see what we got. Got that there. Now we got to measure and make sure our bottom and top are right. Yeah, since these both have to be the same size, that's why you want to be really careful and do what you need to do to make them work with each other. Okay, so we have all these little pieces that get tossed. And, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I still got that one little chunk out of here, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, all right. I don't know if I'm going to need this again, so I'm just setting this over to the side. Now, what my plan is for these two little pieces to go into the drawers, or to be the drawers. And for that to work, I need to cut two little places out here. Now, these are only just a tad over 4 inches. So these are going to slide in like that. And I'm going to have the two. And I need to figure out how I want to do that. Now, it has to be, this is about, what did I say, 8 inches? And that's all I got to work with. So this one's going to have to be here. So the entrance is going to be somewhere right down in here. So I need to go across with that. And it may be that I connect this to the front of it to be the pull, but to look like the drawer end as well. Yeah, that may be the way to go. All right, then this one is going to be about right here. And yeah, so we have our opening right there. And I don't know how big they need to be, so I'm going to do it just about like that. And like that, wherever. Okay. Now, let's see. I can see that one side. I think it's supposed to be down here. Let me get this out and my cutter, my X-Acto knife. And let's just go to town here and see what we can do. All right, so we have this and this. And I think I need to come over a little bit because I need to leave a little bit of an edge there, don't I? So let's come on over. And I went a little past there. Okay. And we're going to make just a little bit of an area there to slide the pocket, or slide the tag into the pocket. All right, then I need to come down here, and we're going to do the same thing. And I'm lining up to the bottom, so I know I'm not too crooked. And then we're going to slide that down a little bit and go again. There we go. Now, if you need to, you could do something like this with some scissors. With some scissors and cut it out that way. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off right there and that right there. And then, where's my butterflies? Yep, that's just about right on the money. So I'm going to put this right here. And we're going to cut it there. And cut it there. And then we're going to see if it actually is cut. That should be all I need my X-Acto knife for. My ruler, maybe, as well. Alright, so we can just pull those off. If I cut them both in the right spot. There we go. And then, I don't think I need those marks anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those, or get those back off of there. Alright, now what we need to do is probably ink the inside edge. Now, any of these steps that I'm doing, you are more than welcome to ignore them. You know how I am. I'm always wanting to just piddle and biddle. keep it working and make it cohesive, and yeah, I'm a nitpicker. All right, where's my cutter? Here we go. Let's pull this cutter back over here, and we are going to measure over. It looks like I got about 1/4 of an inch there, so maybe if I go to the 5 inches, that's good. Let's just go there and see. Yep, pretty much right on the money. And then 5 is about the widest I could make a pocket because of, you know, the size of the page. Now, what I need to do next is to see about maybe buffing and scuffing up these pieces of paper. And so we'll just pull out the vintage photo here, ink, and I'm just going to kind of go around these just to kind of give it a dirty-ish look, because, you know, what would you put stuff on? Is it usually like linen cloth or what when you're doing specimens? I can't remember what that would be. Okay. There. Now, I could even come in here and do some splattering on it, because, you know, it's probably got a little age to it, or you've been out in the field, so some stuff could be a little dingy and dirty. Yeah, that's kind of the look I'm going for here. All right. And the back side, I may just leave white, to tell you the truth. It's going to be where you can write on it. This is going to be the journaling area that you're going to want to use. Now, if you didn't like it white, you can always scuff it with more of the vintage photo, or put you some coffee dyed paper behind, something along those lines. Now, our next step here is to put the drawer pull on, or the front of the drawer. Let's put it that way. So, I want it to actually be a little bit wider than what we have here. So, we're going to go out about to there. Yeah. And I'm probably just going to come down and cut a couple of those out. Where's my cutter? All right. Let's see. Let me put it in this way. And where is my mark? Right there. So I'm going to measure it against this up here. And tell you the truth, I'm going to go ahead and hand cut it first because I might want to use some of these links here. So I don't want to mess up what I got. I want to thank everyone for coming to visit and seeing what I'm doing today. Always trying to do something different so I can give you something fresh to look at. I'm not one to like to do the same old, you know that. If you remember me back when I did those daisy journals, you know what it did to me. Oh my goodness. And, you know, lately with the Poe journals, whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. All right, let's see what we got here. So I'm going to go ahead. Do I want to cut it right in half? I wouldn't mind having these numbers on one of them. So let's do that. Yeah, so I've got whatever that is on that one. And just on that line. That's where we need it. Right on that line. And that will be our 2 drawer fronts. I think that's right. I'm not sure. Okay. Get out there. Yep, that's about right. So, next, we can get these out of the way and figure out what we're doing now. I have rub-ons here because I'm wondering if I can, you know, put rub-ons and such on the top side of this here, or I might even make a pocket out of it. Now it might be a thing I could do with my excess pieces here. I have to figure out where this is going to end up being. I think it's going to be down here though. And then, so I could put this up here. That would finish off this look. We'll have that up there just to keep on hand. And like I said, I'm going to use maybe some more of these rub-ons. So let's go ahead, see what we can do here. We are going to probably, more than likely, they ought to be coming out this way, right? So I can actually, but what I was looking at is I don't have that much room here, but I do have the room at the top. So I think I'm going to turn them around. What do you think? Alright, I decided to take this piece of maroon. It was just a scrap piece that had a few pieces over here. But that's what I'm going to put this on. And it actually looks like it's a drawer with the edges. And then I'm going to have this to where it could glue across the bottom. And I think that would solve all of my problems right there. So we need to get this in here and cut it to right at where we need it to be. So let's cut it at 6. Let's just do that, and then we can always cut it down. Yeah, let's do that. So, going to get our glue going again here. And got stuff everywhere. I did cut these down to where they're 4 inches exactly, just so you could see what I had on the edges with this maroon to give me the look of a drawer. So, yeah, this, depending on what you're wanting to do, this is like a little over 4 1/4 in length, and then it's 4 inches wide, just in case you wanted to know. All right, so there's that piece. And then we're going to put this piece together. I'm not thinking I need to do too much inking here. I could have went a little darker around the outside edges of that white, but I think I can actually scuff over that as well. So let's put that one here. So we got both of our drawers set up. And then we have, like I said, I could get in here and scuff a little bit harder on the edges if I thought that would help. Oops. I got a little bit of a glue coming out there at that one spot. All right. This is just to give it a little grunge look. All right, good enough. Now, what we want to do is to take and maybe get rid of our white core that's showing. I never like that to show. Both of these. Oops, can't get my fingers on it. I think Mom and me is going to run out to the store tomorrow. I don't have anything to fix in the refrigerator at all. It's totally empty. I just haven't felt like going out lately. Well, I wouldn't, because of, you know, being chopped on my face. But I think they said not to try to get out while I was taking that one medicine, so I just try not to do any outdoorness. Okay, so this, I believe we're just going to tuck that right there. It's going to be over just a tad, as you can see. I'm trying to put that on that white part where you can see it. I'm going to ride it right along the bottom side to where it does look like it's a drawer. And we don't need glue on the end. Okay. There. And I'm trying to think what I want to put for a pool, because I want to maybe use those little door pulls that Tim Holtz has, and maybe that will work. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this one. Or I'm wondering if it's just like maybe the case of a whale tail. I don't really know. We'll have to try a few different things. How about that? See what works. What works with our aesthetic. Okay, so this is going to be cut down. I'm just going to use my scissors along the bottom side of that. Hopefully it's straight. It doesn't look like it is, but hopefully it is. I've already cut this. Now this was one of those cutting mats, but you know, you get in the craft department at Walmart. But I swear when I was cutting the other side, it was leaving the mark. My old green one actually heals. It's got something where it kind of like just pulls back together again. And these do not. All right, so what we're looking at here, get some things out of the way, is this. Now, this is going to be where it's supposed to go in here. And it's going to go up to there. And because this is just a little bit wider than my area there, that's going to hold it from going all the way in there. Actually, I could have made it a little wider, but I didn't. Okay. Oh, and look, it's sticking down. Well, that's okay. I've got longer pages in this journal, so that's okay. That'll work. Now, I wanted to have this one last piece to make sort of a pocket on the top up here. And I guess I'm going to make it as wide as these other two. just so they all work together. So I guess it's that. So let me cut that down. And just kind of put it in here and line it up. Line it up with a line up there. And that should do it. There. I got enough to make a pocket somewhere else too. I really like that. Okay, so this one needs a thumb pull in the top of it, because we're making us an extra little pocket. I'm going to go around the outside. All right. There we go. Now, let's see. Where do I want it to be? No, I just will put it right down there. Let's see, the back side of this was pretty brown. Yep. Sorry, I'm sliding around here. I've been trying to use these butterflies up for a while. I'm telling you, it's been a while. And, yeah. I kind of said, well, let me see if I can use the majority of them up in this project. Okay. What did I say that word was? Lepidopterist. It almost sounds like somebody that works on your feet. Or that works on, lapidary. That's what I'm thinking. But that's an A, L-A. Now, what I've got here is maybe I need to find something to use for the pulls. This has got a little blue in it, but it's going to cover up some of my things there. And I had some smaller. I may not have any more because I've been using them up and not remaking them. Now, I did have some of these I think Tommy gave me that are like, you know, that might work. Because they're like a little clipboard gadget. That one's white. Let's see what else I got. I might be able to colorize that one, though. Let's see what else I got in here. I don't think I used all those. There's a small, and then I've got those, but that, like I said, that's still covering where I don't want it to cover. Now here's a black one. Well, here's another one like that. So at least we have two of the same kind. That one's like military looking. We'll put him back in there. Okay, we have these two. Which, if we think about it, we can actually go and ink over them if we want to try to get all the same colors going here. So let's just kind of ink up a little bit. Let's see if that'll help us. Oh, that's doing it. This is my vintage photo ink. So it's got like a warm hue to it, which I really think goes with all these colors as well. Okay, there's that. Let me do this one. So sometimes these papers, if you cut it and you don't have the color you need, you can always change it. I'm always trying to use what I've already got. Okay, so that works for me. And we're going to take our drawer out. Now, the other thing I could have used was, like I said, that little door pull thing that Tim Holtz has. But the only thing is, it adds a little bit of bulk. And I'm not so sure I want to add that here. All right, I guess I could put glue in here so these two will glue together. So let's do this. Go put this up behind and try to centerize it. Well, let me put this put this on the 4 and the 4. Well, there. And then this middle line is what I need to go with. There. I think that'll work. As you can see, I'm using this little guy because I've got this flat. I like to get that really good and flat. There we go. All right, next one. It sort of looks like a clipboard now, which is sort of cool. All right, so we're going to do this for the hat. The one side needs glue, and then the other side. And let's get this measured up right. And then we're going to lift this up. So we got it centerized. I'm going to be covering my word, but that's all right. That's all right. Well, I've been watching Yellowstone. Beth is going to break bad. I can tell you that. She's going to break bad. Oh. I guess, you know, they must have some really, really skilled writers to be able to get in there after they found out. Well, it's been a while, though. So they probably had time to write several scenarios on how that it could work if Kevin Costner wasn't coming back, you know. So, yeah, I guess it's working out. All right, so that's what we have so far. Now, I'd like to use up a few more of these and give myself some words on here. And there's a lot of things to do with specimen and this and that. So let me get my glue capped and get my little ball tool. Now, I wanted to go around here with my scorched timber and give it a nice dark edge before we get doing anything else. And I'm trying to get these little guys out of the way so I can ink it. And it might also be that I want to ink the bottom side of my drawer as well, just to give it some darkness, you know, like it's aged. All right. And I kind of wanted to leave these in so I know where to put my rub-ons, you know. I'm going to go ahead and rub a little bit of dark on these. Oh, that one tried to jump. Okay. There. I think that's good enough. Put that back up here. And let's stick them back in there real quick and see what we got to work with. Now I'm trying to figure out whether this is considered a drawer or a clipboard. I guess it's still a drawer. All right. Let's go ahead and cut some of these out. Let's see where we want to put them. We got shipment collect, which is a good one. So let's go ahead and cut that out. And it's a nice big bold one. And that's kind of what we want here, because this is so dark. You want some bold to stand out. So shipment collect. I was going to say maybe that could go on the front of a drawer or just on the top of a drawer. Let's do like that. And I was telling you before that these are really, really great. I think there's 2 or 3 different styles of these rub-ons. And this one is definitely the specimen one. And I had another one. There was one with numbers. and a few other things. And I'm trying to remember what that one was. Okay. I'm not able to get up underneath there. There we go. All right, so that's on. What is next? We got destination. I guess we're going to have to use that one. Just in case that maybe that drawer has something to do with a definite destination. Okay. Here we go, right in the center. Close enough. And yeah, let me stick it sideways. I have to get my scissors under there. There we go. There. What else we got? We got toxic. I like this number. That's a big, bold number. I might even put some of these bugs. I've got a moth and a butterfly and a bee. Those are definitely going on here. Okay. And maybe the number could actually go on the drawer. How about that? And where's another? Oh, I got the big 785. Oh, I got a 304. That's a better size. I've also got the figure stamps right here, which could go on here somewhere. All right, let's go ahead and stick this down here, like on the other one. Yeah, you don't have to really load this down, but you know, a few things that would make sense is what you would want to put on here. Like he may have, or she may have numbered her drawers, so these would make sense. You might have a special name for the drawer, which we also have here. They don't make too much sense, but but they'll do. We have the figure. Where did I see that? Oh, right here, the fancy one. Okay, we got the figure 1, 2, and 3. I think that wouldn't hurt to have somewhere, maybe up here at the top, above the pocket. I think it just fits too. Okay. Stick it sideways. Whoa. I don't know why that's coming out. Okay. Not sure what's going on there. Somebody gave me this thing, so I'm not sure exactly. It had all kinds of stuff that it would do. Okay. Next, I wouldn't mind having this circular piece on there. You know how I love a circle. Okay, so that could go right here. Yeah. This is almost like a traveling suitcase. You know how you have all those places you've been on your suitcase, and this kind of reminds me of that. You've got all the paraphernalia. See, I've got Chronicles, I've got Agent. I definitely wanted to have the bugs. I got the word exhibit. Let me cut the bugs out because they're definitely going on here. And then the butterfly. Actually, I think I want to take the butterfly and the filed, and put them together. Okay. So let's see. Maybe I'll put that right here. And put it especially where you can see the filed against that pocket. There. Whoops. Now, if you have trouble stamping, but you like these words and things like that, and you can't afford the stamp set for the field notes, go ahead and get this. I think these only cost maybe $5, $5 to $7. That they're not very expensive. So these are so much easier to afford than the other way around. So I thought I would mention that and see. Oh yeah, right there. This would be a more appropriate way to, a more affordable way for you to use these different stamps. Okay, let's see how that worked. Okay. And then do we have, oh no, I already used the butterfly, didn't I, up there. So let's see if this bug can go across here. I know she's a butterfly person, but we're going to have a few other creatures here. How about that? Maybe they're just kind of climbing around her area. Because that's a locust. Alright, there we go. What else do we want? I feel like I need a little bit of something maybe up here. Something interesting. Now, I like this number strip. Let's see about that. I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do too much with what we're messing with here, but it's a neutral type of a thing. You know, numbers can go anywhere. So we're just going to do that right up here against the upper edge. I have yet to use that number 5. I've got that stamp set Eccentric. I have yet to use that number 5, which I think is gorgeous. I love the font, whatever that font is. I'm sorry, I'm wiggling. Look at him wiggle you sideways. Oh, I'm sitting down. I'm sorry. I didn't notice that that was off. Okay, there we go. Now, what do we got? Do we need anything else? Oh, let's see. Orders attended to day or night. Evidence, curiosities, observation. I like the word observation. Oh, here's collector as well, right down here. I like that. And I like the word observation. And I've got the word specimen. Okay. Oop. We are going to use these 3. And I think that might be all we deal with today. So we're going to use specimen on this one. And we'll put that down here. And then observation. Curiosities, no. I was trying to see if I liked something else better, but I'm going to just go with this one. And then collector, I believe, is going to go up here at the very top. Right there. Yeah. Now we got to get all those on here. Observation. And then specimen. And I haven't really found a spot for this yet in the journal, but I will pull a page out and let you see the idea of how I want to attach it. We'll do that. Come here. There we go. And then let me get this one. There we go. All right. All of these get to go back into the rest of the journal somewhere. And let me get up and find where I want this to go. Okay. Actually, this page right here might be perfect, because this is so dark you can't write on it, and it's got that overall kind of pine cone design behind it. So, yeah, you can still see the actual what it is, and then you are able to write on these, whereas you can't write on this background. So I really think that this might be the one I pick out for this, but it would be glued down. I'm thinking all the way around the outside. You'd have to take the drawers out and then glue around all the way around the outside edge. That's all. And then put it down, and then you have your ability to pull out your drawers. And they would come out like that. See your butterflies. Actually, I could get in here. I've got a little stamp for figures like that. And I could do the figure on here, on each one, and number them 1 through 6. And then I could open up this one and number it 7 through 12. So I think that would work out really good. I think that would work great. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. The butterfly specimen drawer. I guess is what I'm going to call it. Butterfly, yeah, butterfly specimen drawer. Butterfly Lepidopterist drawers. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I was just coming off of some kind of crazy idea I popped up with yesterday. And I hope you liked it and will come back and visit me again sometime. All my subscribers and viewers, I really thank you. Goodbye.